Hi, I'm Emily, and today we're going to talk about James Buchanan. James Buchanan was the 15th President of the United States, but before then, he was born in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. His mom gave birth to him, and she said, "He's gonna be a good boy." And so he grew up. And he was a senator of Pennsylvania. And he was also another political thing in Pennsylvania. And people liked him. He was a Democrat. They thought he was a great man. And one day he said, "I'm gonna run for president because I am great." And so he ran for president, and he knew that his vice president would be a very special man, a man that he had been seeing. They lived together for 10 years. His name was William King. They were in love, but nobody knew that. Well, they did, but they didn't know it. And so he ran for president, and he said, "I'm only gonna run for one term." He didn't know why, but he only wanted to run for one term. And he became the president, and he said, "I'm so happy today because I'm the president." And him and William were really happy, and William's gonna be the vice president. And so William said, "I will take a trip to Cuba, and I'll see you in a little bit because we are romantically involved, and I'll see you soon." And he went to Cuba, but when he was there, he got really sick, and he was throwing up or something, and he died. And then James Buchanan found out, and he was really sad. He said, "Will died, and I'm sad." And Will was only president for 2 days. I mean, no, he was the vice president, not the president. That James Buchanan had to be president still. But so he got another guy. His name is unknown to me. And he was the new vice president. And so, but James Buchanan was not happy about that, and he didn't want to be president much longer, and he didn't like his job, and he said, "Fuck all you people, I don't care." And, and so he was president, but there was all these tensions between the North and the South. Like, you know, the South, they were like, I want to have slaves as slaves. And the North was like, no, they should be free. They're not slaves. And and so James Buchanan, he was the president, and he said, like, I don't care. He was, even though he was born in the North, he didn't like them. He said, South is better. Fuck North. And so they kind of hated each other, and then James Buchanan still didn't care, and he let them hate each other because he didn't care. And when it was his 4 years were done, he left the office because he retired because he didn't want to be president. He said, goodbye. I don't want to be president anymore. And then Abraham Lincoln was elected. Abraham Lincoln was a really cool dude. He had a beard and a hat. And he said the North and the South should have a war. And they had a war. And the North beat the South. And everyone blamed James Buchanan for this war because he didn't do anything. And they called it James Buchanan's War. That's what they all said. They said, James Buchanan's War. And also Andrew Jackson was there, and he said he would call James Buchanan Aunt Sissy, and William was Lil Missy. That's not what they were. I don't know what it was. Nancy. Fancy. Aunt Fancy and Miss Nancy. That's what it really was. That's what he said. But that wasn't nice because Will was dead. And it's not nice to say that about people who are dead.
So what was the relationship like between Buchanan and King? Where did they live?
They lived in the house together. And they lived there happily. They would hold hands and stuff. They thought the other person was great, but James Buchanan was really ugly. They called him Dough Face because his face looked like dough.
Dough Face.
And William King was kind of sexy, surprisingly. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. A good compliment to each other.
What would they say to each other?
Will would say, "You're great, and I think you're gonna be greatest president. And James Buchanan would say, "No, Will, you're great. You're gonna be the greatest vice president." And then they'd laugh. That's the story of James Buchanan. 15th President of the United States. He was gay. Which is great. He was the only president who was ever not married in office. And therefore, people realized that he was gay. There might have been other gay presidents, but they were married, so they were hiding it better than he did.